Emil, Michael, the ticker symbol is XPOA. We're glad you're with us. So I'm glad you're here with us. Your company agreed to have business combination with Jam City. So tell us about this agreement, what it means for your company. This is a good thing for you. Why now? What are you excited about here?
It's a great thing. We've been looking for a target to buy with our SPAC since about November. And our criteria were, let's find a real business. That means real revenues today, real customers, real cash flow. And let's find a founder-led company that's in it for the long term. And so we went through a lot of targets until we were able to find something. And as you know, in the SPAC market, lots of companies have been going public and not predicting revenue until 2025. So it was sort of a little bit of a gem to be able to find Jam City.
Yeah, and this is, I mean, there's a lot going on here. I'm seeing a lot of games from Jurassic World and Hogwarts. And I mean, I know they're different areas and you're combining them all. Is this going to be a difficult integration, or where are the bumps when it comes here, and when is the celebration?
Well, the way this works is the SPAC acquires the whole company and then takes it public. So those assets are going to stay where they are. And the way I would think about it is that they're a game studio with lots of different titles. Some of them they build in-house, some of them they license, and so on. But the interesting part is they use their technology platform to then provide that to mobile gamers and in-app purchases and all that. And they use those same learnings across their games. And that's why it ends up having such a consistent growing revenue and profit stream. And they've got some big titles coming out too, not only the ones that they've got. So it's a really exciting business when you consider that there's 2.7 billion gamers in the world today, and it's the fastest growing segment of media.
Right. Yeah, and I think you make a great point, right? We talk about the hot areas: electric vehicles, clean energy, gaming, cannabis, right? I mean, we know what they are. That being said, I think that at least for the near term, for example, we talked about Roblox, right? It's not the same, but it's similar. Month over month, they had a little bit of a decrease on daily active users because I think during the pandemic, people made accounts for trading and they were certainly gaming a lot. Do you expect some seasonality in this field at all? Maybe in the winter, people will be in more than in the summer, or is it just gaming is great?
Yeah, I think there's some obvious seasonality to gaming, where in the summer when people are outside, they're doing gaming sort of less than they might do in the winter. And I think every gaming company has some version of that. But in the long term, just to give you a sense, the users on this, they spend $45 a month on average with Jam City. So they're really using this quite a lot. They're using it almost more than YouTube. If you track the number of minutes a Jam City gamer spends with one of their games per month, more than YouTube, more than Instagram. So this is kind of a lifestyle.
What's the average age? What's the average age for this group?
Yeah, the average age spans based on the game. So on games like Cookie Jam, you might skew older because that game's been around for 7 years. And then with the new games like Harry Potter and HGTV, which has some dating element to it and shopping element to it, you'll skew younger. So, but when you have a gaming market of 2.7 billion gamers growing to 3 and 4 billion gamers, you end up getting almost everyone with a phone.
Yeah. Is there room in the space? I mean, we talk about Electronic Arts and Take-Two and things like that, the traditional game platforms that we think of, even GameStop, right, which is trying to get into some downloads and be more into more of the mobile gaming streaming. Is there room? Do you have more games in the pipeline? Do you need more? How are you going to see growth over the next 6 to 12 months, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, so Jam City has 7 what we call forever franchises, games that have been around, that have a loyal customer base and so on, but you always have to have new games coming online. And there are a bunch coming on with Jam City. And that is definitely part of how you get growth. And back to your question, is there room? I think what you're going to see in the mobile gaming market is consolidation. A few big players that acquire smaller studios. The studios could go be creative and figure out if they can build a game, and then they get acquired by a Jam City or a Zynga, and they get put on their platform, and that helps them monetize better. So I think Jam City is going to be one of the big companies out there that acquire other mobile gaming companies just like Zynga.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, and I see how massive it is. Global games are for everybody around the world. I mean, so you really see growth here. You were talking about, we always say about the path to profitability, but that's less of a worry for you here.
That's right. And that's what's exciting. Cash flow positive.
Yeah.
On the step of material sort of GAAP profitability. And it's a real company, hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue, mature management team. In fact, the CEO was the founder of MySpace. So when you think about games and the social mechanics that make them work, this company's got a leg up on Zynga and everyone else in that respect. So I think it's going to be a winner, and that's why we decided to do the de-SPACing with them. Our company raised $300 million. This deal is $1.2 billion, and our ticker is XPOA, and hopefully in a couple months it'll all be done.